Hello, Vande Mataram. I am Thallada Bhaskar from Turpugudem village, Suryapet district. I entered Osmania University Chemistry department in 1992, 94 passed out and continued for PhD at Indian Institute of Chemical Technology from 94 to 99. Again PhD degree from Osmania University. Workplace is Indian Institute of Chemical Technology. Presently I am at CSIR Advanced Materials and Process Research Institute as a director of the lab. It is one of the labs under the CSIR at Ministry of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences. As you are all aware, CSIR is presided and whose president is the Honorable Prime Minister of India and Vice President is Honorable Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh. The CSIR AMPRI lab is working on the advanced materials and processes to make the high value materials from the unutilized or underutilized materials which are required by the nation. In order to have the Atmanirbhar Bharat and net zero, we need to develop several materials. Today we import from pencil sharpener to the simple materials used for the watch or the aviation industry. So the requirement of transformation of the simple metals to the marketable and useful tools as well as the product and the integration of all these materials into an object is the need of the hour. That is why to demonstrate the scientific dominance of the Bharat, we need the manufacturing sector, particularly in the advanced material, is the need of the hour. So the organization is working as per the call by Honorable Prime Minister of India. When I joined the Osmania University from small village background with the Telugu medium and when I entered the chemistry department, it is the life turning point for me because the professors' intellectual, ethical and human development among the students and students from the diverse regional, cultural, socio-economical background to mix with all the people, understand the lifestyle and the life journey of each individual to reach to the Osmania University and the family background, academic situations, limitations of each student entering into this great department and university has taught me several things which makes me today to be there in this position as a director of CSIR laboratory. From small village background and Telugu medium education, I entered the Osmania University Chemistry department and first time in my life the medium of instruction is English, which made me that understanding the English itself is a challenging than the subject. Till my master's education 1992 when I joined the Osmania University, I did not mix with much people due to diverse family reasons, family background. But the time I joined the Osmania University, I could see people from the different regions, socio-economic background and the family backgrounds. So that it is challenging to mix with the people. However, with the great professors and also the environment created in the university made me to comfortable and excel in my studies as well as improve my lifestyle. Initial 6 months I tried to learn English more than subject because I need to understand the subject. But the professors were so kind enough to explain in their free time and make the concept easily, not only in English, even in Telugu. So, which makes me the environment to learn and interact with the professors of that age and those days. During my Osmania education, the professors teaching not only in improvement of the subject, making the understanding the subject and the ethical values, social responsibility and civic sense of responsibility also made my life to commitment and be with the principles. The simple life and devotion to the duty with the principles, still I carry those kind of moments even today in my life, in my career. What I learned during the tenure is only change is permanent because from my village background to the campus, and the academic environment is different, medium of instruction is important, and the looking at the future of the my education as well as the career, only the decision is that change is permanent. So I still continue that how you adapt with the times and the requirement with the same basic ethos and principles of the life that made me to commit and to continue in this career. The life at Osmania University and mingling with the students made me my personal life also more comfortable. I had a good time with the friends, and during the tea breaks as well as the practical times we used to have a tea and enjoy with the chit chat, and it was a bit expensive to go with the friends because I never used to take tea. I always take milk, which is more expensive, and fortunately my friends were kind enough to bear these expenses, and it was very memorable to have a bean queue during the especially Sundays for the in the messes and have the good food with the friends and have the valuable discussions about the life as well as at the science. Professors like P.K. Sai Prakash, Professor Sethuram, Professor P.J.P.R. and especially Professor Shastri, their teaching and making the subject more easily to understand and also connect to the life and importance of the subjects in the future made me too strong and passionate to learn those subjects. Even today I practice the electrochemistry and electrochemistry of the materials in my life. Today I feel that that is the most evolving even today. When I entered the Osmania University, I thought of writing a entrance examination to different universities. Being I am from Telangana and the Osmania is very nearby, and I heard and read about the great personalities who has done education from this great temple of learning like P.V. Narasimha Rao and the chemistry pharma industry pioneer the Parthasarathy Reddy, as well as the great educationalist Chukka Ramaya and the present today Adobe CEO Shantanu Narayan. There are such famous people who have done the education from this Osmania University, and I thought that it would be appropriate and also nearby to have the education here, and the learnings at this place and the life socio-economic background and the importance of the educational system around these regional places made me more impactful to learn, understand their lifestyle and also to continue. If I can contribute, if I can guide the next generation students, because I can understand more the local aspects, educational system, present scenario of the students. So with this sense, I feel that the alumni network is most important, useful to guide and mentor them, knowing the circumstances of this region and also the educational systems, laboratory facilities available in this place. The alumni network is important because today we are at this position because of the educational system values taught for us from this great organization. So to take the inheritance, to make the people at this position and also to make more impactful people, so we need to connect and we know what actually the situation or the university education or the network is. If we can visualize what actually that is required, we are the best people to connect with the alumni and convey the message to the present students so that they can become the good people to the society as well as to the nation. 20 years back, 30 years back, they generated people like us. Today we need to prepare the people for the next 30 years because it is a time for the change. By 2047 we are going to celebrate 100 years of our independence. That is a time the country need to be the scientific superpower. We have lot of raw materials in this country. We need to generate the technologies, processes with our knowledge base, and the material should be useful for us. So we should not be depending on the raw materials and we should not be depending on the processes to transform that. Today we are using the technology from outside to make wheat flour to the pizza. We are making the technology to make sharp iron metal into the sharpener. So we need to identify the indigenous resources of this country, develop the processes to make the products which are required for today as well as in the future, not only this country and also the global. Then we can become scientifically superpower. The strategy that what we are trying to adopt with my Osmania University education and the learnings is that identify the indigenous resources, indigenous processes for the making the products to this country as well as the global resources of this country. Countries like Japan are using only the knowledge base to transform the resources in other countries to make the products for other countries. Today, as a India, as a proud alumni Osmania student, we should work towards this objective. We have that talent base that we should make the part of this journey from this Osmania University. Once Osmanian, always an Osmanian. Please try to find some time to register www.ouaa.org.